Hello and welcome to The Brief, where we bring you key economic developments that occurred in the previous week and key activities to watch in the new week. It is the last week of May 2022 and ahead of the 285th Monetary Policy Committee meeting of the Central Bank of Nigeria. ProShare Research believes despite a sustained rise in the Producers Managers Index, there are reasons to believe that the MPC will hold rates given that first quarter growth is expected to be tepid. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, Nigeria's inflation rate for April 2022 rose to 16.82%, while food inflation continued on its high trajectory as it also rose to 18.32%. According to the Central Bank of Nigeria, the total value of Nigeria's foreign trade in first quarter 2022 was $28.77 billion, with imports at $14.77 billion and exports at $14.01 billion, thereby resulting in a trade deficit of $764.69 million. Also last week, the Nigeria Economy Summit Group, at the end of its recent national dialogue, which discussed critical challenges confronting Nigeria's economy, highlighted 6 pragmatic steps that should be taken by prospective political aspirants as the build-up to the 2023 elections takes shape. First is rethinking what socio-economic development outcome means for an average Nigerian. Second is rethinking the role of market and the private sector. Third is deepening sectoral reforms to support broad-based growth and competitiveness. Fourth is adopting integrated national and sub-national approach to economic inclusion and development. Fifth is achieving a pragmatic and actionable social sector reforms. And the sixth is developing workable and inclusive national security agenda. For the market roundup for the week ended 20th May 2022, the listed equities market, NGX ASI, recorded a minus 0.22% loss week on week, and the NESG OTC closed positive with minus 1.82% loss week on week. The INEFX and the NAFEX rate closed positive for the week, while the Brent crude oil and West Texas Intermediate crude oil prices moved upwards at the end of the week. Also during the week, the FMCG debt market size grew by plus 0.66%, while from the AFEX markets, the ACI moved up by plus 0.53% and AI indices moved up by plus 2.83% at the end of the week. Looking at the economic, financial, and capital market events to watch in the new week, from what to expect from the markets published by ProShare. Ahead of the new week, the Fed's Federal Open Market Committee minutes are due while monetary policy meetings unfold in countries like South Korea and Indonesia. For the commodities market, in the new week, oil prices are expected to drop over concerns that slower global growth reduces demand, while in the fixed income market, it's expected that the rates will be single digit, while treasury bills will yield to decline with liquidity. On Monday, the 23rd of May 2022, the Central Bank of Nigeria will hold its 295th Monetary Policy Committee meeting, which will be chaired by the Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, and will deliberate on the state of the economy. On Tuesday, May 24, 2022, the CBN Governor will from 2 p.m. announce key decisions from the MPC meeting covering the monetary policy rate alongside other parameters. Also on the same date, the Institute of Directors Nigeria will host its 2022 Annual Women Directors Luncheon. It will discuss the theme Virtually Unstoppable, Defining the New Inclusive Economy, with Dr. E.J. Jidena, the President of the IOD Nigeria, as chief host, while Mrs. Kofo Akinkugbe, the CEO of Secure ID, will be the keynote speaker. The hybrid event will commence from 11 a.m. Still on the same date, KPMG will host its May 2022 edition of the Social Media Tax Chat, which will focus on the topic Pioneer Status Incentive, Overview and Compliance during the holiday. The time for the discussion is 10 a.m. On Thursday, 26th of May, the Nigeria British Chamber of Commerce will hold its breakfast meeting in a conversation with Mr. Fola Ayesimoju, Group Managing Director, USC of Africa PLC, exploring how to restructure the fast-moving consumer goods sector. The moderator for the event is Lara Kayode, Managing Partner O Kayode & Co., while the chief host is Mrs. Bisi Adeyemi, the President of the NBCC. Time for the hybrid event is 9 a.m. Also on the same date, it will be a convergence of stakeholders in the capital market and agri space, as the 2022 edition of the Agri-investment and Capital Market Conference will hold at the Southern Sun Hotel Ikoyi by 9 a.m. Theme for the event is Accelerating Investments and Capital Markets for Agribusiness Expansion in Nigeria. And that'll be all for this edition of The Brief. You can join our website www.proshare.co to read our news reports, stories, articles, and also watch our videos. Thank you for watching. Have a great week and please stay safe.